have a fresh new joke for you this year. This, I don't know why it feels close to me. Perhaps because it's talking about three rabbis, that they're in a fishing boat. Three rabbis are in a fishing boat before the high holidays. At one point, one of the rabbis said, look, we are before the high holidays. Why don't we share with each other our biggest, greatest weaknesses? Let's share it with each other so we can do teshuvah, repentance, together. Great idea. So the first rabbi said, my greatest weakness is with gambling. Sometimes, after the Shabbat service, I sneak out and I go to the casino to gamble. The second one said, well, now that you're talking about that, I should confess that my greatest weakness is with cheating. I never pay my taxes. And the third one said, my greatest weakness is with gossip, and I can't wait to get off this boat. So, I want to talk to you today about focus on your destiny. Focus on your destiny. And you see, I feel like we all have dreams. We all have projects. We all have things that we want to do with our lives. And that's great. Many times when we have these dreams, these ideas, this project, we go ahead and do it. We feel we have the energy to keep moving forward to do that. But as I mentioned before, when I was talking about the Hineni, unfortunately, the big obstacle that we have in front of us are the distractions. We have so many distractions in our lives that it's very difficult to stay focused on your dream, to stay focused on your project, to stay focused on your destiny. So I was thinking that perhaps one thing that we should plan for the year ahead is a way to remain focused on our dreams, to remain focused on our projects. And I was taken as an inspiration to my message for you today on the story of Abraham. As Rabbi Anibal was mentioned before, when the Torah portion that we read today, we are talking about Abraham and how he was losing his faith. Have you noticed that? And all the problems that happened when he lost his faith, that he was going to have a son. Unfortunately, Abraham was having these interferences. Abraham was having this distraction, and somehow he was losing his faith, even though he took one of the biggest precautions that we can take, and I think we all should learn from Abraham and what he did to remain focused on his dream. He was able to change environment, to be surrounded by positive people. Or at least he took the precaution to not be surrounded by negative people, by toxic people. Remember a few chapters before the story that we read this morning, God said to Abraham, Abraham, you have a great thing to do with your life. But you know what? In order to do that, you know what you have to do? Lech lecha. Get the heck out of there. The place where you were born, people that are around you are not the greatest for you. You have a great idea, you have a great project, you have a great dream, but unfortunately, if I let you stay in Ur, where you were born, people are going to talk you out of your destiny. So Abraham was able to understand that principle, and he left that place, and he moved to another place where people were more positive. In fact, we are going to read, for example, that in this new place, he has this best friend that was Eliezer, that he was always supporting you, cheering him up to keep moving forward towards his destiny. And I believe this principle could be applied to everyone's life. I feel it in my life too. For me and my wife, sometimes it's so difficult to find close friends because we have a certain lifestyle that not everybody shares, right? We keep kosher, we observe the holidays, and we don't go to certain places. And sometimes people are trying to talk us out of there. Don't do that, don't do this, come here, don't worry. So it's very discouraging, that it's very difficult to stay focus on your decisions. So I feel sometimes for that reason we struggle creating an inner circle, but that's okay. Because you don't need to have 100 friends. You need to have some close friends that they are going to cheer you up and help you to achieve your dreams. If you surround yourself with people that they are toxic, that they, thinking of the joke now, they're into gambling, into cheating, into gossip, guess what? Pretty soon, you're going to start doing the same thing. You wanted to see how your life is going to look in 10 years from now? Look at the people around you. Because little by little, you're going to become like them. So I believe we have a very profound message on the life of Abraham and the new year ahead of us. We should get inspired by Abraham. And this year, we should re-evaluate people around us. Do we spend a lot of time with people that they are a distraction to our destiny? Perhaps we should spend less time with those people and more time with people that they are a positive influence to your life the way Abraham did it. Because Abraham had a great purpose. He was called up to be a blessing to many nations. In order to do that, he had to be very careful the people around him. And he was smart enough to get surrounded by people who push him into his destiny instead of blocking it. So he couldn't ever reach that. So my challenge for you for this new year is to become yourself a positive influence to others, and at the same time, surround yourself by positive people. The same way that, I don't know if many of you, if you have social media on Facebook. Once in a while, I clean up my Facebook friend. I get rid of all toxic people. Sometimes we have to do the same in our lives. If we want to reach our divine destiny, and like Abraham, to become a blessing for many others. Shana Tova, happy and healthy New Year.